We want to solve the given linear equation, which means you want to isolate the variable on one side of the equation. And there are some guidelines for solving an equation like this here in red. The first thing we want to do is clear the decimals from this equation. Remember, the shortcut for multiplying by a power of 10 is just to move the decimal point to the right. If we multiply by 10, we move the decimal point once to the right. If we multiply by 100, we move the decimal point 2 places to the right, and so on. So looking at the decimals in this equation, this decimal has 2 decimal places, this has 2, and this one has 1. So if we multiply everything by 100, it will clear the decimals from the equation. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, multiplying by 100 is equivalent to moving the decimal point to the right 2 places. So 100 times 0.15 is just going to be 15. So this becomes 15 times the quantity x plus 50. Minus 100 times 0.05 would be equal to 5 times the quantity x minus 20 equals, now for this last product, to move the decimal point to the right 2 places, we do have to add a 0, so we'd have 1,350. The next step is to clear the parentheses, so we'll distribute here and here, as well as here and here. So we'll have 15 times x, that's 15x, plus 15 times 50, which is 750. And we have to be careful here because we're subtracting this product, so it's often helpful to think of this as distributing a negative 5. So negative 5 times x would be negative 5, so we'll write minus 5x, and then negative 5 times negative 20 is positive 100, so I'll write plus 100 equals 1,350. And now we'll combine the like terms on the left side of the equation. Here we have 15x minus 5x. We can combine those two terms. We can also combine 750 plus 100. So 15x minus 5x is 10x. 750 plus 100 is 850 equals 1,350. And now finally we have a basic two-step equation. We need to undo this addition and undo this multiplication. So we want to subtract first, minus 850 on both sides of the equation here. This would be 0, that's why we did that. Now we have 10x equals, here we'd have 0, 0, and 5, or 500. And now we have 10x equals 500, and 10x means 10 times x. So to isolate x, we'll have to divide both sides by 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times x is just x. And 500 divided by 10 is 50. So our solution is x equals 50, which means if we replace x with 50 in the original equation, it would satisfy the equation, or the left side would be equal to 13.5. Now I do want to mention, if you are allowed to use a calculator, it's not necessary to clear the decimals, but if you have to solve it by hand, you can see that it is quite helpful. Thank you for watching.